Hey everyone, this is Dave A. Gardner, and you're listening to the Heart of Juliet Jones fanfiction podcast. This is part 3 of Chasing a Dream, based on the daily comic strip called The Heart of Juliet Jones, with characters and stories originally written by Elliot Kaplan and illustrated by Stan Drake in 1961. The fanfiction story you're hearing today is written by Dave A. Gardner. Welcome back to a vintage story that has the potential to brighten your day with a little humor as well as drama. When we last saw Eve, she had sprung into the house like a cool breeze on a summer morning with important news for her older sister Juliet and her father. Fearing their negative reprisal, however, because of their conservatism against pretty much anything Eve had a passion about, she was hesitant to tell them. But courage had taken the wheel, and now the cat was out of the bag. She had entered the Miss Teenager USA pageant as a potential candidate. Let's step back into the Jones home to hear their reactions in Part 3, Defending Her Position. Eve could tell that her news had stunned Julie. Like an egg tossed at the door of the household that didn't participate in trick-or-treat. Like the cat that expected fish for dinner and got beer and pretzels instead. This was a shock that Julie would need to process. For one brief moment in time, Julie had lost control over protecting her baby sister, and to take it back, she demanded answers. She got up in Eve's face. Before Eve could say another word, tensions had suddenly escalated faster than a military coup in Caesar's court. "Go ahead," Julie said. "You entered a Miss Teenager contest, and?" Suddenly, Eve was a soldier on the battlefield, boldly proclaiming that a strike was imminent. She decided to draw first blood. "And I won!" she exclaimed. She was holding nothing back now. This was her dream on the line. I won in our town," Eve clarified. There was no reason to blab that she would represent the whole town at the contest. Yes, the whole town, if she were selected. The day she had learned that she had been chosen out of a handful of other teenage girls to be Miss Devon was a day she would remember for the rest of her life. Now she had a chance to be in a national beauty contest. The excitement of that possibility was going to cause her heart to burst through her chest if she didn't say anything. All she really wanted, but maybe all she ever wanted, was just for Julie to be proud of her. "Julie, aren't you absolutely thrilled?" she exclaimed with jubilation. Juliet softened briefly. "Depends," she conceded. "Is this one of those bathing suit jobs?" Eve had struck gold. Julie was on board. "Not just bathing suits, Julie," Eve explained with wide, triumphant eyes. "But you've got to prove you've got real talent, too." Pops had been listening, his paper still open to the sports section that he hadn't glanced at since Eve had floated in the house. He would throw in his 2 cents, yes, but he was on an entirely different wavelength. He struck to the heart. "Those noises I heard in your room, and all that crying," he began. "Did that come under the head of talent?" What was she to say to that? It had not been long since Misha had returned to his home country and left Eve heartbroken. Yet he was gone now. Doting over him was uncalled for and superfluous. No matter what she did, it wouldn't bring him back to her. He had made his decision to go. Besides, it was his home, his world, the place where all his dreams were waiting for him. All of her dreams were right here. She could pretend well. She always had. Maybe now those tears could be categorized the same. "Of course, Pops," Eve replied. "My forte is acting. You know that." Thanks again for joining us, dear listeners. As a reminder, if you're interested in reading more romantic stories by author Dave A. Gardner, be sure to check out the selection of life-changing and inspiring books listed on my website. That website address is authordaveagardner.com. That's authordaveagardner.com. You've listened to the Heart of Juliet Jones fan fiction podcast. Until next time, dear listeners, may joy and peace be yours. And like Juliet, may love always bloom in your heart like a rose.